and he had one question for me. He said, are you the guy who sang Nights in White Satin? It is best to check, isn't it, really? I always find. But he said, because I've got a song that I think would be right for you and that I'd like you to consider. So he sent it round to my house the next day, and I was listening to this demo unenthusiastically, because I didn't do other people's songs, and it took me so long to get my own done that I didn't. But anyway, round at my house that day, there happened to be a young lad who worked at the Moody Blues record shop. We had a record shop in Karmen in Surrey. It was, so it was beautiful. You could come and listen to the records with a nice vibing surroundings, and then go down the road to Woolworths and buy them cheaper. Not much, but every penny counts, I suppose. But this young lad who worked at the record shop was round at my house that day, and he was making a cup of tea in the kitchen. And by the time he'd got to the lounge where I was listening to this demo, he came in with the tea, and he stood there all the way through and listened to the whole thing. And when it finished playing, he said to me, "You ought to do that, mate. That's perfect for you." And so I thought, what else am I doing? Not much, really. Just hanging around waiting for him to make a cup of tea. So I went down to the next day I went down to this little studio called Advision behind Oxford Street, and I met a man called Jeff Wayne, who was working on a musical version of the H.G. Wells story for All the World. I didn't hear any of the rest of the project at all. He had an engineer that was called Jeff, which was very confusing, so I met Jeff and Jeff. And we did this song that we're gonna play for you now, and it was a lovely day, and I enjoyed myself doing every single harmony on this track that he wanted, or that I thought he wanted. And Julie knows what that's like when you do a session. You do the third, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, or maybe not the sixth, but the seventh and the ninth, yes, everything. Just in case they want it, and then they can use it or not. And anyway, I enjoyed it. And then the next day he called again and said there was another song on this project he'd like me to do. So I went down to Advision again, met Jeff and Jeff, and we did this next song. But then I heard absolutely nothing for must have been 18 months, 2 years. And the phone rang again in my mansion of a house in West London, and I rushed to pick it up, and it was a promotion guy from CBS who I knew. He was the brother of Clodagh Rogers. Probably, I hope that means something to you, but maybe not. But I knew him anyway, and he said, "Do you remember that thing you did with Jeff Wayne?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." So he said, "Well, they released it as a single, and it's got in the lower end of the charts. And if you do Top of the Pops this week, it'll get in the top 30, we'll all have fun, and it'll be great." Because that's how promotion men think, you see. You do Top of the Pops, get in the top 30, we'll all have fun, it'll be great. That's their whole life in a sentence. Quite right. That's what we want them to do. So we did, and it's been a great gift. And it seems everywhere we've been so far in the world and done this song, people seem to know it. And that young lad was so right. And we're going to play it for you now. And this is called Forever Autumn. The summer sun is fading as the year goes on, and darker days are drawing near. The winter winds will be much colder. Now you're not here. I watch the birds fly south across the autumn sky, and one by one they disappear. is too long. 'Cause you're not here. 'Cause you're not here. 'Cause you're not here. Gentle rain falls softly on my weary eyes, as if to